test it out. Test.
No,
one.
this is not testing. This is live now.
So we're not gonna adjust it.
We can edit it later.
Okay.
We're gonna roll with it.
So when you say we can edit it later, you mean?
I mean, don't worry. You got this, buddy.
Yeah.
I have so much faith in you to make these good edits. We're all good.
How's everyone's day?
It's great.
It's great. Good day, eh?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I got a new one today, though.
Yeah. What happened?
This is not work related. It's more a personal story.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I got a call from Ducks on the internet.
Ducks?
Yeah, you know how they support protecting our wetlands and cleaning our wetlands and things like that.
Okay.
Right? So, you know, inside grocery store, Bass Pro Shops, maybe Canadian Tire, there's those paintings that they go for sale like through a silent auction.
Yeah, I do. I'm aware of it.
I know where this is going.
Well, apparently, and you know how much I love the Leafs, eh? Right, Jordan?
You
know how much I
You're
love
a
those
huge
Leafs.
fan.
Yeah. Huge fan of the Montreal Canadiens, for all those listening. But I won, apparently, a portrait of all the Leafs captains.
He did not.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And they sent me a photo of the slip I apparently filled out with like all my info, like name, email address, phone number, and how much I actually owe for bidding on this picture of Maple Leaf captains.
So are you blaming Jordan right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at you like,
Who did
How's
that?
the handwriting?
You find out?
I'm wondering if it was you.
Come on.
This is I'm asking.
No, it wasn't me.
I'm asking right now.
No, was
Does
he,
the handwriting match?
was he you?
Well, I'm gonna check. Okay.
Right?
Look
Because
at the mark.
for them to know your
can I see
email.
how would you sign my name if you were me?
Okay, first question. How much do you owe?
I owe. It was going to be. I don't even think it's worth this whatsoever. It was $5.25. That's a few bucks.
How big is the portrait?
Yeah, like how big is it?
You want
That
it?
actually sounds
I
like.
might want it.
That actually
Are you
sounds
interested?
like $5.25. If it's like a painting or like a signed
I think
portrait or
it's
something,
like a
that's
photo
actually
collage.
photo collage of the Leafs.
Yeah.
So do you not know who did it yet?
Of course not. No.
This is amazing.
It just came out.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So who are your like main suspects?
Well,
you
I'm
kind of
looking
just,
at
you kind of
right
just asked
now.
me.
You're
It
one
was,
of my suspects.
it was not me. I would tell you.
Yeah. No, I know you.
But who would pull a stunt like that?
That's a good question. I gotta go through my Rolodex.
You
and
do.
see. Yeah.
You're gonna be sending a text to so many people.
Yeah. Okay, nice joke. Who was it?
Was it you?
No.
What is it online?
No, you had to do it in person.
Where is it? Location?
It was at a Bass Pro Shops.
You don't know which location?
Don't know which one.
Well,
You gotta call them and find
I
out.
know it's got to be someone that goes to.
Goes up north.
Yeah, it
maybe.
goes up
Somebody
north,
goes to
maybe.
Niagara once in a while. Goes to the Bass Pro Shops.
Oh, Niagara has one too.
Yeah.
Forgot
Like
about
that one we went. That one we went to in the fall.
Yeah,
Hey,
maybe,
Delmar.
maybe yeah.
Can you? Yeah, I want some details on the dimensions. I might want it.
Yeah, okay. I'll
Yeah.
let you know. I already turned it down. It was easy to sort out. Just go on to the next person.
Yeah.
Right?
Someone's getting lucky on that.
Yeah, good for them. They're gonna spend a lot less than $5.25.
That's right.
Yeah, $10 maybe.
So one of
501.
your
$10.
buddies helped out another person
Yeah, I
inadvertently.
think so.
That's it, man.
What about you?
I don't know what happened today. I came back from a meeting I was having, and there was like a piece of the bathroom in my office, like a handle or some sort. I don't know where it came from. I'm still trying to sort it out. Like, I tried to follow up with the people, didn't quite get to it, so I'm just kind of curious about that.
So you walked into your office and there's part of the bathroom
Yeah.
like just kind of.
Like a handle there or something.
No name?
Nothing.
No,
no
sticky note?
No.
No sticky
No
note
rationale.
either, right?
Just here you go, bud.
Just.
This is your job. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a good email last night too from another principal. I guess a community member reached out to them because they were upset about things that were happening in our parking lot at 1 a.m. Because I mean, for sure, that's the principal's responsibility. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
1 o'clock in the morning.
I should
for
be
sure.
there.
Yeah.
I should be surveilling it too during that time. What do you guys think?
100%.
All hours a day, 24 hours.
Yeah.
100%.
That would make our
You're not here at that time? Do you go home before 1
that
o'clock?
would make our like average hourly wage go down a bit, though. I don't think that's a good thing to do. So anyway, I gave them some counsel on what to do next time. I flipped you the email too,
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, I saw it.
So you know what to do, right? Lock those gates.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
So I think this topic is a great one
It is.
because it tends to be quite taboo, and it's when to say no. Like, how do you say no? Because our roles can be so vast, and everyone expects a lot out of you, right? And it's unhealthy. And how do you say no? Like, we're in the business of helping kids, and How do you say no to help run an organization, or to a dance or sporting event or a purchase? Because we deal with kids. It's all in the name of experiences and helping kids, etc. Right? And then you're walking out of there feeling like you're not supportive. And so how do we say no?
That's a good one. So Jordan, a lot comes to you, right, as a school principal.
Yes.
Right? Like you're the guy who says a yes to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that we say yes a lot more than
we say yes a lot.
Do you mind if we just start there for a second?
Yeah.
So like when you're saying yes, what's your thought process? Like what are you looking for to say yes to? Or like why are you saying yes to
certain requests?
Certain things, yeah.
I mean, it depends on where it's coming from. Like if it's staff or students is definitely different, I would say.
How so?
Well, sometimes their stuff doesn't necessarily might not be that onerous. Like they want approval to do something that's not going to be taxing on a large number of other people. Sometimes it is, but staff usually it has to do with like financial, if we're talking about that, financial time commitment. And I think depending on the school that you're at could be different, right? Like we were just talking about that a minute ago in terms of like budget at a larger school versus smaller school because we get per pupil funding.
Yeah.
And it's easier to manage a bigger budget because you can maybe offer some more opportunities here and there, but a smaller budget puts a lot of constraints on you fiscally.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably more common to say no at a smaller building with less students because there's just not as much to go around. Whereas as a bigger school, I'm able to say yes to a lot, but then it gets to a point where you can't say yes to everything. So you got to figure out.
It's unmanageable, right?
It's unmanageable.
The big buildings are buzzing and it's great. And me coming from a smaller building where we can't support certain things, the first thing that usually comes out is like, oh well, in equity or in fairness, right? Like our neighboring high schools doing it. And it's like, well, they almost have double the population, double the budget, right?
Yeah. And that's a great. I know we're not talking about that specifically, but the comparison thing is also definitely myself being at a school board that only has 5 high schools. I think we do a good job of aligning practices, but also that can rob us of some things sometimes as well, right? Like if we're always looking over our shoulder to what other person's doing, are they saying yes to this, are they saying no to that? Sometimes it takes away a bit of our agency and our flexibility to offer things that are unique to our community. And I guess we just live in like a world where it's easy to compare. Everything's online, like we have Instagram accounts.
Yeah.
And here we go, like look what they got to do, look what they got to do. Like, why don't we do that? And it's just comparison. That was my conversation with a kid today. Comparison is the thief of joy. That was the commentary. I don't know if they loved that or where it landed, but it's the truth, right?
Is that your own quote there, or is that...
No, that came from somewhere. And it's easy to be convenient about your arguments of what you're comparing if you don't know the whole context, right? And we can get caught in like we're not doing enough, or why do they get to do so much? And you really have to like bring it back to your own context because if you're constantly looking over your shoulder or looking to the side what they're doing, what are they doing? Yeah. It's tiring. Yeah. It is really tiring, right? And there are sometimes going to be inequities because of budget constraints or because you're deciding to fund a certain project because it makes sense at your school, so you can't spend as much in this other area. And you're going to be up against that all the time. So I think...
Or community in general, right? Community
100%.
Support. So each community is so unique in
Absolutely.
terms of what they're able to support and what they're not able to support. And who comes out and
that's right.
And it's so
in justification for saying no, I try my best, again also tiring, to explain to people what the best I can, especially staff, as to why something might not be supported right now. And they don't always need the justification, but I like to try and give it if I'm able to, right? Just so that they kind of maybe get a sense of the bigger picture, although they don't always.
And I find that helps. And when I'm having those conversations, I'm clear with them to say, like, look, I'm not justifying why I'm saying no. I'm just providing you with some insight into perspective as to why I'm saying no.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying this to try to convince you. It's not that we're going to agree. It's going to be
exactly.
a no. Yeah. But here's where and why. And
give some rationale as best you can.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
I was just going to ask, like, what are you saying yes to then?
Oh,
because we asked him what you're going to say yes to. And he just kept talking about
like, let's just think about that for a moment. Like, just in general terms, obviously, like, what are some of those things that you're looking at? You're like, like let's do that. Let's keep that going. Or
if it's something that's brought to us that's like, good for a large number of people, not just good for like one. Is it going to permeate beyond just that person? Mm-hmm. Like, what are the ramifications of saying yes. So what's the positive benefit of saying yes to certain things? If it's going to impact a lot of people and it's low cost, like that's easy.
Right.
Sure. Everything that goes in that category is like a obvious,
automatic,
right?
Yeah.
Does it impact more people? Is it going to help more people do well in the school? It's like an easy yes. The ones that are harder is when it is money, like big money ticket items, where you're kind of like need some time to flesh that out. And then also like what's the long-term game plan for whatever idea someone brings to you, right? Like, is it that they just want something like an event to happen? That's different because it's over. But is it they have this idea for a whole program? Okay, what's the sustainability? Like, who's gonna like live that, like make that live on? Like, there's all these other factors. Right. Like sustainability to me is a big one too. Like, where does that go after the initial yes?
Yeah.
And then how much have they thought it through? So yeah, that's my kind of test. No money, no time, easy. Sure. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. What about the no's? Like, what are your criteria for saying no? Like, I'm gonna share one if I can.
Yeah, do.
One that I have on top of my list is the one and dones. If it's a one and done event, I don't.
What are you talking about? Like what
like
are you
if
referring
it's
to?
like something that's like an event that's only going to happen once, and then there's no follow up afterwards. Like, I like to invest in things that are ongoing or that are in our school improvement plan or the student achievement plan or whichever acronym that your board is using in the province here, right? So things that are easily embedded in the improvement plans tend to permeate throughout the year or throughout the academic year. Where the one and dones, I'm like, okay, it's fun, kids enjoy it, but like, where's the continued work and the continued growth?
That's a great point. I just went through something very similar with our parent council and ask about, what is the school's approach to like bullying awareness, and like, are we considering guest speakers, and do we have a guest speaker coming and talk about specifically about that? And my commentary to them was, we've had a lot of guest speakers over the years, and to reflect on like what really has stuck, like you just said, the one and done. Well, how does that live on after?
Yeah.
And if you don't have a plan for that living on after, it's a big sunk cost.
Yep.
For what benefit? It might be, okay, maybe it's entertaining, maybe it's a way to spend an afternoon, but what's the continuous payback on that?
Yeah, how does it permeate and everything?
100%. And then we look at something else where we got our wellness champions. They're trying to bring some practices into the school, like trauma-informed approaches to learning. And that has a bigger return on investment for a smaller cost. It's just like getting on the same page about an approach to students that is continuously revisited. It doesn't mean that not all staff are doing that perfectly, but there are a group that are, and they're revisiting it. I was doing a TPA the other day, and someone did like a social emotional learning lesson. It wasn't part of their curriculum, so to speak, but like, what a return on investment. Like, they took class time to work on social emotional skills. I was like, that was pretty impressive. That has way more return than a guest speaker. Like, to your point, one and done.
Yeah, like I do always ask the question of how are you going to share your learning? Yeah. Like, so you want to go to that conference, or you want to go and connect with another teacher outside of our school, or a professor, or whatever that might be. And you're going either on your own or really just with one other person. Like, it's always a small number of people that we send to that. And it's like, okay, so you're going to go, but how are you going to share? Like, what's your next step going to be? And I think to your point, like, they don't always think about that. Like, it's going to be something that they want to use in their class. And that's great, but we don't want people to be siloed in the learning either. Really love to see them develop as leaders to share that learning and come back and share it with their department or their teaching partner or whatever they feel comfortable with, but to have a plan on, hey, this is my next step, and I'm passionate about this thing, so I'm going to bring it to other people, and it's going to impact generally students, right? That's what we're looking for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we talked a lot about saying no when being asked for certain things or being asked for permission. What about for promoting balance, and when we're talking about setting those boundaries? Are you guys comfortable with sharing some examples and where you've said no, and it was in order to ensure that you may also set it as an example for those that you're leading?
I can think of, like, an easy one for me to think about is somebody's asked me to send an email, I guess, to somebody in the evening, or even it's something that I know needs to go out. And I was just think to myself, like, that person who's going to receive it right now, it's not the right time for them to receive it. What's reasonable to expect based on the time that our school day ends and when the teacher might stop working? Is it within an hour or maybe 2 hours of the end of our day? And if it's not an emergency, I I would never share that until the next day. I just feel like that's just like it's just so simple, right? That's nothing that's, groundbreaking or anything like that. But I do feel like it sends a message to say like that the time that person has right now at home, like that's important. So let's not interrupt them. Let's talk about that again tomorrow, or share that information tomorrow, because I do feel like we all do some work in the evening, but that doesn't mean that our work has to become anybody else's work. And I feel like we all do a good job of protecting our staff in that way too. I
definitely struggle with it. By modeling the boundary part. I think I've done a decent job of not initiating contact past the hours, but I've responded to things outside of hours that I maybe don't need to. Could do a better job modeling that. But then you're weighing out the cost-benefit analysis of supporting a person, like you said, or modeling that, like we don't talk after work hours sort of thing. But some people I feel, based on the relationship we have with them, deserve a bit of courtessy in that regard. So there's a bit of gray area there.
It is gray. I do agree.
And when I was in the group chat, I think I took a screenshot, so people are asking me stuff on Sunday night, right? But I shared it with you guys as an example, is you guys all go through the same thing. But it's like, do we answer that? Sometimes it's for the betterment of the community. You feel like, okay, I got to answer that, or I got to deal with it, or support that person. But definitely initiating the contact is a big one where I think I've done a decent job of not engaging many people with the work-related things outside of hours, even with our own team. I'm not saying that, you might think, oh, Jordan, does that guy do anything when he's at home? No, I hang out with my family, but I don't engage too much about work-related stuff outside of our work hours. Unless it's something where, like this, we're kind of joking about it. Oh, but are you okay about that? Are you settled with that? As more of courtesy as on a human level, not necessarily like we need to solve this now. More like, what do you think about that?
Right.
Did I handle that all right? And that's more of a human level, not work. I think that. How about you?
Well, mine, it's not really a no, but it's so I'm in charge of facilities at our school, and over the weekend, part of the process that we have in coming into the building, you fob in and there's a clipboard that indicates like if there's someone in the building already, or you sign in as to what time and where you're at. And then on Mondays when I come into work, I'll take a look at the clipboard, just because like I'm not really monitoring it, but you notice the same names popping up, and they're for a pretty extensive period of time. And then in terms of supporting or promoting that balance, that wellness, it's a check-in. Like, hey, why are you in here on Saturday and Sunday for like 5 hours a day? Like, what's going on?
That's a good question.
And that's a delicate conversation, because you have no idea what they're going through.
That's right.
And for them to invest all that time, there could be something going on at home or whatever the case may be. So, and that teacher in particular afterwards came up to me and said, I really appreciated you checking in on me. And it was incredible that you noticed that through like clipboard sign in, right? And to be honest, I'm impressed with myself that I actually connected those dots, because my wife will get a haircut and it'll be like 3 months a bit. Did you change anything with your hair?
But you notice a few
like 3 months later, I'll be like, I'm not very intuitive with things like that. But another one that is a clear no, that sometimes doesn't go very well, but I do feel is important, is when you get those knocks on your door. Like, you can't keep your head above water. You're dealing with something pretty heavy and intense, and you get that end of day knock on the door. Hey, do you have 2 minutes? I just gotta talk to you about something. And we always encourage that, so we always say, yeah, come on in. And it's just when you're feeling overwhelmed or you have a lot going on, and sometimes I'll say, like, is it an emergency? Because if it's not, it's really important that you came down here to talk to me. Right now, I'm dealing with something that wouldn't allow me to give you my full attention. So unless it's an absolute emergency, to honor you and to make sure that I give you the full attention that this deserves, can I wait? And sometimes that goes over well. Other times they just go next door and talk to the next office and be like, well, Dahmer's too busy to talk to me. It's like, that's not the point, or the case, but it kind of was. So yeah, those were a couple of examples of
that's a great example. No, I love that, the way you phrase that in terms of not being able to provide the best focus time with that person. Like you said, though, I don't know how it goes. You don't know exactly how it goes over well with them, because they're coming to your door. To them, in their mind, it's urgent, and it's the best time for them to come. And we've talked a bit about that. I've talked about it with staff too, that I've had days where I'm like, that door just keeps revolving. And I've debated, like, is that the right approach? Like, is this the right thing? Is this the best way to serve people? And I've had staff members that tell me like, they would really never want to see that any other way.
So where's your office located?
It's at the front, like near everybody.
So it's at the very front. So,
Yeah, it's the very front.
So you're the first office.
Yeah, first
Is that
office.
a good idea?
I think
Because
I debated that.
Are you the first one? Like,
No,
because you're.
no, the very active vice principals who are out there protecting the front line. But when they're busy, I'm just the door. I'm right there, right? And I hear a lot of the students when they come to the main office, or staff members that are coming to, say anything to the front office staff. I hear it all, and I think that's like I don't listen, but sometimes you just hear, inadvertently. But you end up being like a bit of an air traffic controller there, and that's in that zone, and I can't really avoid it. But at the same time, I think that staff feel that they can come in, and that if the door's open, that they can come in. It's welcoming, and people have shared that means a lot to them. As much as it cranks up my day a little bit, it seems like it lands well with people. So I've debated on the location of that office a few times, but at the end of the day, if that's it's for the people.
For the
Sorry. I know. Sorry, it's for the people.
Yeah.
Dougie might employ me one day, maybe not.
Yeah.
For the people. Okay, there we go. I had to.
Yeah. Can I need to add on there, man?
You know what I realized when we got talking?
What?
We never decided on a topic
I
for
know.
today.
We never decided on topic?
No.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, yeah, this brings us to the topic of today.
I was like, I perked up a second. I'm like, oh, what was it?
We didn't discuss that.
Yeah, what was that again?
Okay.
You know what we should do?
Fives,
What's
like
that?
I think we should go into PQP because we can't talk for 30 minutes about PQPs.
Right, so just be part of this
Yeah.
episode. I think that's good. Yeah, we're good. We had a follower, I guess that we called them, on Instagram. Reach out to us. Is that what we called them? You called it something else the other day.
Fan of the show.
Fan of the show. No, not that. Fan of the show. They asked if we could discuss PQP. Wanted to suggest some advice regarding the PQP experience for aspiring administrators. I guess the experience of the PQPs themselves. So we can talk about it. We all did our PQP courses, Principals Qualification Program. They want to know a bit about that experience. So when you took, I guess the first question I could ask to extend what they're asking here is, do you think it's worth taking it, whether you're going to be an administrator or not? Is it valuable in and of its own right?
Okay, let me jump in.
As an educator.
Let me jump in. So I took it online.
Who was asking me?
Oh, he was looking at you, but you're thinking. So this
Sorry, I was looking at
this
this
is
guy.
something I'm going to do for you, Delmar, to give you more think time.
What a good guy.
So I took it online, and I would say that I had two instructors who were phenomenal. And I thought they were quite engaging, very well, very experienced, and I think that they did a great job at connecting people with one another and them themselves as facilitators, just connected with people. And they made themselves available all the time, and they were happy to chat individually. And I thought personally it was a great experience. And by the time I was done, not that it prepared you for the job in it. And when you get into this job, it's like things that you never thought were part of teaching and learning, they're coming at you, right? And it's not something necessarily you talked about in those courses. That being said, I think it was a good insight into the operation of a school where you see things differently now, right? Just give you a different perspective on, okay, I'm not thinking about just my classroom, or even as we're all program heads of a department, thinking about leading your department. I think the PQP provided an opportunity to learn more about running a school in that perspective. That I thought was valuable, and if you had the time for it and the passion for it, regardless if you want to become an administrator or not, just if you have more curiosity about running a school.
Now that Delmar has had some more think time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt. That's nice.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Have you ever seen on Instagram Reels that one? It's like a gorilla in a kiddie pool, and it's always got a caption of like my husband's brain when I'm telling him something really important. It's got like a gorilla like splashing.
I have seen that.
Yeah, kind of had that moment when he was talking there. Where he's just like,
that's okay. You were thinking about your next step.
I'm kidding. Listen, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to be a jerk because you cut me off, and I was offended by that. I guess. Surprise, surprise. I don't play devil's advocate here, but I do find that
you didn't have a good time. Okay,
yeah,
that's fair. I understand.
No, had great instructors. I chose to take mine. Did you take yours through the association, or did you take yours through a university, or?
Yeah, through our association. Yep.
Yeah, so I took mine intentionally. I took mine through our coterminous association.
Okay.
And then I took my part 2 at a university. And the reason for that was...
And were those in person, you mind me asking?
In
Or
person,
online?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they were in person. And my rationale for doing so was because I wanted to get a different lens, or I want to get a different voice, different perspective, as opposed to what I'm already immersed in. In doing that, it definitely opens your eyes to certain things that you never even consider as a teacher. Maybe as a guidance counselor or a student success teacher, something that's closer aligned with the roles that you work with closely as an admin. Maybe not as surprising, but me coming right out of the classroom, and I believe all three of us actually were like right out of the classroom, right? Into admin. Well, not you,
Matt took a little vacation at the board office.
You had a cup of coffee at the board office.
Just a quick pit stop.
So there's definitely a lot of new learning and a lot of things to consider that you don't really have access or exposure to as a classroom teacher, which was helpful.
Yeah.
The biggest criticism that I hear, and it's not just me, but I do share the same value there, is that it doesn't really prepare you for the job. It just kind of like gives you an awareness of like, hey, here's some things that you have to consider in school leadership. But as Jordan talked about today, like you walk into your office and there's a part of the bathroom on your desk. Like that wasn't covered in the PQP, right? There's, I would say, a percentage of my day, how much that I learned about or that was even shone light on during the PQP, I would say probably maybe, and I'm going to be generous here, maybe 10%.
Yeah.
Like 15%.
Yep.
The rest was when I was in the classroom, like assessment, evaluation, curriculum, etc. And yeah, here we go. It's on the job learning, right? So I would like to see the PQP offer some type of internship where you have a mentor. They all have a mentor, but it's pretty superficial.
Yeah.
I would say like it should be a vetting process where you like apply to the board even, and the board then advocates for your candidacy as a PQP participant, and then they're going to like seconded you to work as a journeyman or something. And of course that all costs. Matt's doing the dollar bill sign there. Of course that's going to cost money, but I'd be interested to know how many vice principals or principals experience burnout or experience like, that overwhelming feeling, anxiety, anxiousness. Like I know my first couple of years, I would sit in the car in the parking lot and take prayers and like take a deep breath and like, hey, here we go. Because of the uncertainty and the anxiousness. And so like other professions that have it, like
you're right.
Why can't we do it?
Like the on-ramp to it is just really steep. Yeah. It's like, you usually have like a gradual on-ramp when you're on-ramping someone to a company. It's just like straight up a hill, right? Yeah. So I think I think some school boards might have some type of mentorship thing or like internship or job shadowing embedded. But I think the issue has been that there's just not that many people knocking at the door for the opportunity now. So we're in a drought. So, but that would be so beneficial. Like think about even teachers college, right? Like, did you learn your best there? Or did you learn when you had to face the kids? You learned when you had to face the kids. Wow. In this job, same thing. You learn when you were at PQP, or did you learn when you first staff meeting where people are like, want to throw paper airplanes at you when you're like crickets dropping. That's when you learn how to like harden yourself and be a professional. 100%. But in the PQP or teachers college, it's all just kind of like minds like clapping for way to go, like good job, way to go. Yeah. But like not when you have to face the real crowd, right? That's when you learn. You have to face the music that way. Yeah. It's the only way to learn.
Now, I think there's a couple of things that are beneficial. First off, I do feel like the practicum that you do through part 2 is valuable.
Agreed.
Because what you need to do there is you're leading an initiative in your school, and it's good practice. You're connecting with people in your school, like again back to making those connections, developing those soft skills, and you're adding to the school community, right? I think that's an important piece. And you're showcasing your leadership there. The other piece, I think, before you even get into your PQP, and I do believe a lot of people do this, is to go and talk to your administrator to think about, like, where do I stand? Like what sort of things do I need to do to get ready for the PQP or ready to think about applying to the principal pool or vice principal pool, whatever that might be. I think you're going to learn a lot there. And just think about, like, it's part of your discernment. I remember taking my PQP, and a lot of people in that were just discerning whether they wanted to become administrators. Yeah. And that was part of the process. So I think, again, it's just a chance for you to reflect on, is this a role that you're interested in? Yeah. Do you see yourself in this? Like thinking about the things you're learning about, who you're talking to. I think it's valuable for that as well.
Now you did yours at a different board. You said like your PQP.
So I did part 1 at a different
then one
board,
through university.
and I did 1 through university.
And you did yours online through CPCO.
Yep.
So did I. Interesting, because we all didn't really do it through our board channels.
Yeah.
And I do think that gave me a very rich perspective. I'm not gonna lie. I really liked. It's kind of like we were like speaking to head office.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lead of our association.
Yeah.
And it was virtual. I don't know if you did it during COVID or not, but I think I did it just before that.
I did just before COVID.
And that offered a provincial perspective, and not as just one board, where you went out of board. And even us going out of board, even though it wasn't out of the association, it was very much a different perspective, provincial perspective.
Yeah.
We have people in there from all over the province. It's like, I think it really contributed to my learning, I'm not gonna lie, that we had that varied perspective. And you weren't showing, if you're concerned about competition within your own school board, let's just say, if the person that asked that question doesn't want to be known as one putting their hand up in this moment. It also provides a good environment to learn just for learning's sake.
100%.
And someone not saying, like, oh, you want to be a principal and judge or whatever. So I love that avenue, and I think I benefited from the learning because of that particular reason. I don't know what people feel the same way.
Yeah, totally. Like it doesn't. I know I sound earlier that I was poo-pooing on it, but it is great learning, and it does, as I said, it does give you exposure to other things that you wouldn't consider when you're a teacher.
That's right.
And like, if you're going to take your PQPs, doesn't mean you're going to be a principal.
That's right.
There's a lot of consultants, there's a lot of program heads, but
we know a lot of people who have that qualification.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And it just enhanced their leadership. It just broadened their exposure to certain aspects of leadership that we have to consider. It just enriches their ability, or even their application. Like, it certainly beefs it up where you see, okay, I'm applying for headship or divisional lead
That's
or
right.
consultant, and you
it's enough to offer a broader perspective.
Yeah.
That if you're going to interview someone for a headship or something, and you're like, oh, they've been through the principal program or qualification program, you know that, at least they're aware of some of the things that the broader school perspective offers.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, vibe check.
Vibe check time.
Oof.
What's our lead-in music? Pew, 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 something.
Can you say that
I got
again so I
another
can snip it? Go pew pew.
It's been a long day here.
Sorry.
Say your ringtone.
Are we doing like a line
That's
dance
a little,
for vibe check?
It's
or
5
what?
o'clock somewhere is the
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay, so our vibe check. This is basically this or that. So you got to choose one or the other. Okay.
This or that?
This or that.
So is it this, like this?
No, this.
D-I-S?
TH.
Or D-A-T? Like this or that?
You can frame it any way you want. I'm gonna say this or that.
Okay.
For your brain, if you wanted to go this or that we can do that. But I can't say that too many times in a row. Now I can't stop thinking about it. Okay. So you have to choose what you'd rather. Okay. So as a school leader, would you rather lead a staff meeting in person or virtually?
Oh my gosh.
In
person.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's a slam dunk.
Virtual, that's painful.
In person. Virtually, it's like
painful.
flashbacks. I don't even like virtual anymore.
Yeah, that's
freaks me out.
I just got some trauma there.
Okay. As a school leader, would you rather handle a parent complaint or deal with a student discipline issue?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. It kind of depends, but I'll go with student discipline. I like helping students.
Yeah, I need more info.
That's right.
I need more information.
Okay, let's say student.
I'm not going to commit to that one.
Let's say student gets referred to you by a teacher, some level of behavior that happened in the class that they couldn't really deal with at the time, but they sent him here and you got to deal with them.
Come on.
Or
Come on, Jordan.
Or a parent complains that like you suck at your job.
Oh, the parent complaint. 100%.
Yeah, you like that.
Oh yeah, that's rumble.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I would say, I think I deal a lot more with parent complaints at this point. So, I don't care. I'll do either one of those. But let's just say parent complaint. Let's rumble, right?
Yeah. I actually, can we put a pin in that one? Because
Sure.
I actually do find that when I get the parent complaints, it does inform them. Like, I take those as, okay, that's a perspective out in the community.
Yeah.
Right? Because that parent's got social media.
Absolutely.
That parent's got friends. That parents. So that's a community perspective of someone that's not involved in the community.
That's right.
Directly, right? So I like those.
I find
it just give you a lot of insight into that student as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You find them interesting because that's their perception. So that's what they believe.
And it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
So it's worth hearing that perspective. We don't always get it, right? Okay.
I wasn't as good as you made it out to be.
Okay, would you rather evaluate a veteran teacher or mentor a new one?
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Good job.
That's a good one.
ChatGPT for the win.
There you go.
ChatGPT.
I'm going to say a new teacher. I do have like some joy in having those conversations with somebody just getting into the job.
Yeah, like the bushy tail and wide-eyed.
Excited.
I like it.
Excited,
but like who need work. Like you can just see that, hey, these people are great. And you just have some feedback to just get them to the next level. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. I would say the veteran teacher, because I do find that they carry more clout. Because that they've been there longer, they've been in the career longer, etc. So when you finally crack them, or the younger teachers see, hey, that guy is doing this, and
I feel like the impact's greater at that point.
I
do think the impact's greater working with an experienced teacher.
Yeah.
I agree.
I would say it's greater. I would say
it has potential to be.
Yeah,
I think so. Depending on who they are and their leadership.
I think it's
in school.
just easier to then influence others.
Yeah.
Like once you crack that, then
that's true.
Like everything else.
I agree.
Kind of flows, right?
Yeah.
It's true. I think my natural inclination is to want to mentor newer teachers. I just think they're very vulnerable to being taken under the wing of anybody if they don't have some guidance in some cases. And they're in a very, like, that sets the tone kind of for the trajectory of their career and what they feel about education. Yeah. So I think they need a bit more, like a higher touch.
That's actually
more
good.
touch points.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Because I worry about
That's a good
them.
word, vulnerable.
They are.
That's a good word.
Right? I think I was vulnerable, but I was lucky because I had good people around me.
Yeah.
I think had I not, I wonder what I would have thought about everything in terms of what was happening in the school where I was at.
I might change my mind.
That was a good answer, Jordan.
I'd change my answer.
But you do need to have these veteran teachers to help support the new ones too, right? So part of your evaluation of a veteran teacher is like, who are you mentoring? Who are you helping? Right? I think they're both important, but my inclination is to try and help new ones feel welcome and like they belong and that they're capable. And like you said, expand what they already have the ability to do. They just maybe don't know the full extent of their.
Can we choose
their gift.
This and that on that?
Yeah, that's a good one. This and that. It's both. You can't go wrong.
Awesome.
With those, eh?
It's a Venn diagram.
Okay, I got two left. A Venn diagram. That works. Would you prefer strategic planning or crisis management? I know what you do more of. I know what I do more.
Right. We all do. I think crisis management.
We do a lot of crisis management.
But I do quite enjoy strategic planning. When you can reflect on the direction of where you want to go with the school and work together. We collaborate a lot with different people about that. I have a lot of joy in that.
I like crisis management.
Yeah.
I find that with strategic planning very important, but sometimes you can kind of get lost in it. Right, and then you just start over planning, and then it just kind of.
Oh, I don't mean spend a lot of hours and hours. No.
And I find that I did one of those personality. I don't know what it's called, the Myers-Briggs test there, and it came out that I was an ENTJ, which close note is you just kind of you have an idea, you then do it, and then you're like, okay, let's see what happened. Okay, let's change something else, and let's see what happens. So it's more of a doer and kind of reactive.
ENTJ?
ENTJ.
I think I'm INTJ.
INTJ. Introvert.
Yeah, I'm on the...
Really? You're an introvert?
I'm right on the line, man.
I would have totally called you an extrovert.
You guys don't know. I go home straight to sleep. I don't talk to nobody. I just go home. Don't say a word.
Seriously?
Go in my little chamber.
Do you know who you are?
I think I'm an INTJ also.
You're an introvert.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I would say that you're an introvert.
Yeah. In terms of preference, I think I prefer strategic planning, but I don't think that's what we do most of the time.
No.
I think a lot of planning comes out of crises.
Yeah.
It's like that happened. Oh, what's our next step?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily strategic planning on the grand scale where you're like, let's set our priorities for the year. It's more like, okay, this happened, so now what's next? Like you're saying.
Yeah.
So it is still planning and responding, but I just think we do live it. This role is completely crisis management. I don't think and I mean, there's different levels of crises, but it's constantly managing a situation and then next best step. Yeah. I don't think we can avoid that. It's like, if you don't like that, I don't think you should do the job. Really? Yeah. If you don't like dealing with should you do the job if you don't like that? I don't know. I feel like it'd be a tough road.
And go back to...
that would be really hard for you to be in that, like on the daily. It would be really hard and draining. You wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
You ready for the last one?
Yeah.
Ready for the last one.
Okay. That wasn't good. Okay. We'll have to fix the music part there. Guys, it's good.
I'm going to do a sound clip of
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather, as a school leader, attend or facilitate an open house night, like a grade 8 night, or a graduation ceremony?
That's a good one too.
That's another good one.
They're both my favorite nights. Like, I love the grade A night. Everyone's excited. You have those parents that it's their oldest. If it's their oldest, right? Their oldest is coming into high school. They're right. That the parents are excited and anxious and worried. But then graduation is like you got them through that the finish line. Like it's a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with.
You're no fun, eh?
What's that?
You're no fun. You can't just go and pick one.
These are good ones.
That's
a tough one.
It's a tough one.
You're like really cutting me off today. You are.
It's hard for me to get a word in with you.
What is going on?
Such an extrovert here.
I think I've been listening quite attentively, unlike some people here.
I don't know.
Man. Okay, I'm gonna pick graduation.
Okay.
There's lots of time in our roles that we don't get that feedback or that affirmation of, hey, like, am I doing a good job? And you tend to see at graduation where those precious children of God that come through your
Absolutely.
office or their names come across your desk frequently, and they may say some colorful words towards you or about you, and when they walk across that stage, and it's just smiles and open arms and very often hugs and right, like it's pretty impactful. I'd say graduation.
Awesome.
I'm gonna say that's a good answer, and I do agree. Like I do like the celebration.
No, you're not allowed to now comment.
but I'm not gonna go there because I just feel like the grade 8 night just provides such an opportunity to mingle with parents and families for a longer period of time, and seeing the excitement of people, like you said, coming to our school for the first time, and just you have a chance to share your own excitement for the building, like what the next 4 years are going to be like for them, and you're starting to alleviate some of their fears and think about like, hey, like these are all the things that we have to offer. It's going to be great when you come here, and I just love seeing the excitement and the fear on some people's faces. I do love that.
It's good.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I think I love the excitement of the grade 8 night showing the school. I think it also depends on how long you've been at a school. Like to see a cohort through to graduation is something pretty significant as an administrator. If you've been with that group for an extended period of time, I think that carries more weight than if you just got there. I also feel like the graduation or convocation is a big ticket item, and you, as a principal, vice principal, administrator, you want it to go well. So I have way more feels about the convocation. Like I want it to go well. I want it to be a good experience for them. It's a culmination of everything. Whereas, the other night it's like celebratory, it can be more informal. And if it doesn't go perfect, you're going, whatever. But like convocation's like, it's like a wedding. It's like, it needs to go right. Yeah. So I think as an administrator, I have a way more like emotional attachment to the convocation. Yeah. I'm not saying, I don't know if I like it more. I don't know if I answered the question, but I definitely feel way more pressure and emotion about that event personally than I do about the others. So I would say the bigger ticket item on my mind would be the convocation, graduation. Nice. Is that it? That's it. That's all I got. Bottom, bing, bing. Triangle, Delmar, ding, ding. Play your instrument.
Grab the spoons out.
Okay, we high-fiving?
It's good.
All right, that's it.
High five. Ready?
Joe Rogan territory, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of School Leader Vibes. We're incredibly grateful for your time and your contribution to shaping the future, one student at a time. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to connect with us on Instagram at School Leader Vibes for more inspiration. Lastly, please share the podcast with fellow leaders and educators who might benefit from these conversations. Until next time, keep vibing.